we're gonna go to the feature favorites, right? So the feature favorites, Big Mac, of course, everybody orders the quarter pounder with cheese. But let's go with the Big Mac. I think that tends to be a fan favorite at McDonald's. Okay, so let's scroll down here to the bottom. We're gonna just click on nutrition calculator here. So it shows us how many calories we're getting from the Big Mac, right? It shows us that we're getting 11 grams of saturated fat, 3 grams of fiber. It's giving us about 11% of our daily value, okay? Then you can see that added sugar is about 7 grams of added sugar. And then you have cholesterol at 85 milligrams. So that's about tit for tat. But most of the time when we go to get something at a McDonald's, it's usually not just the burger, right? So we're going to add a few things here. What do most people get? We tend to get the burger. We tend to also get the fries, right? We're going to go with the fries. We're going to keep it medium sized, though. We're going to keep that medium, all right? We're going to add another item. The other item that most people get with the meal is going to be a drink. Most of the time, it's Coca-Cola. So we're going to go with Coca-Cola on this one. We're going to go with a medium-sized drink. I don't know if most people do large or mediums there. We're going to keep it at medium. Okay, let's go back up here to the calculations. All right, so it jumped up quite a bit. Let's look at this one. All right, so again, 1,120 calories total. But look at this, 49 grams of fat, right? We got 60, look at that, 64% of your daily value. So you've already got in most of the fats you can get in for the whole day. This is just too much, right? Then look at the carbs. Carbs about 145 grams. So this is too many. This is too many carbs in one meal. This is also way too much fat in one meal. And the carbs that we're getting, you can tell what type of carbs you're getting by looking at certain things. So let's look at the fat first. Saturated fat, 13 grams. All right, that's about 67% of our daily value. We get about 7 grams of fiber. And then if you look here, we got 1 gram of trans fats. Trans fats is what we really want to stay away from, okay? We want to stay away from that as much as possible. Now, the carbs is 145 grams. Look at the sugar. That's mostly from the drink, a little bit from the Big Mac, a little bit from the fries, but mostly the drink is what shot it up. This is why I tell people when you go to McDonald's, stick with the water, okay? Stick with the water. We're gonna mess with these numbers a little bit more. But added sugar is about 63 grams. That means only 2 grams of the 65 here is not added sugar, okay? Cholesterol still 85 milligrams, coming mostly from the burger. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and play around with these numbers a little bit. So let's take out, let's make the Coke a small. Let's see what changes. Okay, with the small Coke, it reduces our sugars down to about 48 grams, which is still way too much, all right? Our carbs dip down to about 128 grams. All right, so we're going to delete that. We're going to go with some water, okay? We're going to go with water for our drink. So let's delete the Coke. All right, so Coke is gone. Let's see what happens. Look how much you reduce your sugars. You reduce that all the way from 68 down to 9 grams of sugars, guys. So just making simple changes like this can make a great impact, a huge impact on what you're getting in. Now, we didn't change the fats too much. The carbs dipped down quite a bit, right? Protein is still about the same. All right, let's go down here again. Let's go from a medium fry to a small fry to reduce some of that fat content. All right, so now let's go back up. We have 45 grams of fat total right here. We still have about 9 grams of added sugars, which is way down from where we were before at 60 something grams. So we cut that quite a bit. So if we stick with the water, go with the Big Mac with the world famous fries small. Let's go in here again. Let's make a few more edits. Let's go to the Big Mac itself. Let's make a few more edits here. All right, let's see. Let's see if we take out the sauce. Let's take away the sauce. I know most people go there for that. Let's take out the cheese. All right, we'll keep everything else the same, right? Let's close the ingredient list there. All right, let's scroll back up. Boom, look at that. 640 calories. It's lower. Not saying it's healthy, but it is lower. This is where you can lower your calorie intake when you go to McDonald's. The total fat has decreased from 49 to 28 grams. That's a plus. We got that fat content down quite a bit. Our carbs have dipped down to 72 grams total. right? So that's a plus. We got about 25 grams of protein now. Still good amount of protein. Not the best source of protein by any stretch. So again, this is not a good source of protein that we want to take in, okay? But you're getting it in. You also kept the fiber about the same, about 6 grams. It was 7 grams before. Cholesterol dipped down from 85 to 55. So this is like once every few months, I would do a meal like this. This would be very rare. But if you do have to eat out, plan ahead. And let's go for some place like Chipotle where you're getting a good balance of everything. You're not getting a lot of sugar. You're getting a good source of protein, some lean proteins. With this, you can go with plant-based protein or chicken with this one, okay? You can also get a good source of carbs, so you get those beans in, which means the fiber is going to be high. And we're keeping the saturated fat low. We're getting those good fats with these numbers here. So about 705 calories versus 640, and you're getting a lot more nutrition at a Chipotle meal.